Spears and Steinberg.
You know what the it is?
Aries and Andy. Chewing the
You know it's time to get this work.
the real raw, gutter, uncut, cold. No political corrections.
Always sleep.
Being awoke. We discuss politics and jokes.
Scribe, we lit.
There's levels to this shit. Before you was on your mama.
Aries Spears don't give a fuck.
We talk about race a lot, racism.
Sexism.
Much love to my loyal bag holders.
Rollers. Loaders.
We got them in the folders.
The whole world on our shoulders.
Spears and Steinberg.
Yeah.
This Oh Steve comes to us from our guy who's back, field reporter Frank Williams. This is called a Friday the 13th Oh Steve. What's up, fellas? It's been a while since I did this, but here is an Oh Steve I just thought of. You and Andy are at Camp Crystal Lake, and you guys are discussing if Jason really exists. I think I know where this is going. And after walking through the woods, you see an old cabin, and you guys started to walk over. You go in the cabin and notice a hockey mask, overalls, and a bloody machete on the floor. The record player comes on with Jason's theme music, and instead of it saying, kill, 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 ma, ch, 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 oh, Steve. Coming out of that in 3, 2, 1. And then he put, it would be cool if to have the music playing in the background while you do this. Y'all fellas stay up, and congratulations, Andy, on the marriage and surrendering your player's card. LOL. Did you ever have a player's card? Were you a player?
I had a good time after my divorce.
After your divorce?
After my divorce.
So you became a player after the fact?
I don't like the word player because I was very honest about how my life was, and I was just enjoying myself. I had a good time.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I was much. I don't know. I was different. You know what? I was very. This sounds so up to say it. I had too much. I don't want to say it this way, but I'm going to say it anyway. I had learned respect from women from my mom. My mom was my single mom, raised me a lot. I had a stepfather, but my mom was primary, and she gave me all this respect for women. So I went into, as a young kid, and before my marriage, I had that respect. And you should have respect for women. Not saying you should, but you have to have a healthy dose of reality as well. Not all women deserve that same pedestal that you put your mom on. And so that was, so as far as I was overly respectful, I almost to the point of being scared. Like, you are the mother of life, the whole thing. So after my divorce, I realized, women are women. They're just as up as dudes. And not that they don't deserve to be respected, but they deserve to be respected for who they are, not for this imaginary character that I made up in my mind when I was a younger man.
All right. Paris Griffin, 568, Dr. Digguts. Oh, and he puts in caps, oh my goodness. You LOL. I'm originally from Baltimore, Maryland, now living in Newburgh, Oregon. Aries, I've watched you grow up on television, movies. I'm an Aries, born March 23rd, 65. Oh, you're an old motherfucker. Andy and I are the same age. Ooh, okay. Okay, here we go. I've been using baby wipes to wipe my ass since I was 13, so I didn't get any skid marks in my underwear. Plus, I lost my virginity age 6.
6?
The girls were 12 and 13. Can you even get hard at 6?
Yeah, it gets hard, but geez.
I got my first tattoo at 13. Hid it from my mother. Damn, you and Andy are in the same video game, GTA. Got my 13, hid it from my mother for 3 years until she seen it one day and lost her mind, LOL. Didn't tell her about losing my virginity until I was grown. Of course, she said I was sexually assaulted. Like, told her, you can't rape the willing. Plus, my grandmother was from Virginia, and Bad Babes went to Morgan State University. Let me tell you, oh my God, I was big for my age These girls were on me heavy. My grandmother blocked me daily. Behind being the oldest of 7, my father whipped my ass with a truck fan belt. And having to go to summer school with long sleeve shirt and long pants in Baltimore heat, what the So wasn't that child abuse? I raised my son the way I was raised, born hard. These soft asses, just damn. Peace and blessings, Dr. Guts.
Man, he gets the GTA. He's the GTA, man. That.
Nah, I'm not gonna give that to him. He had a moment. I don't know that I'll give all that to him.
It sounds like
over that.
He sounds like Bebe's kids. Smoking a cigar at 10.
Man, while I'm on that subject with him, let me quickly read another one he sent. 2 lines, but he pointed something out that I didn't even think about. Paris Griffin. That's what I said his name was, right?
What? Who?
Paris Griffin. Yeah, I think it's the same dude.
Yeah.
Unless I'm just totally nuts slapping a. It happens when you're in doggy style. And I'm not a fan of my nuts being touched either. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, I thought about it after we did that, but your nuts have to be long to get all the way in.
Real long, right?
Well, it depends on where the is. It has how small the box is.
Right.
So, placement's important. That's if you sometimes that may be your girl just because it works out and the puzzle pieces fit together.
Yeah, all right. I'll go with that. Doug Gibson, whoop that ass. Yo, Aries and Andy, Doug Gibson from the South. Wanted to write in after listening to the email pod describing the rearing of children. I'm 31 and my wife is 32. We grew up with belts and a few other deadly devices used to discipline us. As I became an adult, I appreciated the disciplinary tactics from my parents. They kept me from drinking, smoking, and jail. Once I got into a relationship with my wife, kids, and the discipline I want to doll out is similar to my own upbringing. Kids will test boundaries, and I need my children to know I can see that train coming, and they need me to save them from it. Now, kids do need to learn lessons. Now, this is where my evil genius kicks in. I need the wife to back me up, LOL. Andy, my children are definitely getting their booty cut, thinking they're going to shower and wipe their ass with their hands instead of a washcloth. Ha ha. Thank you guys for a dope pod and keep doing it big. So much mileage we've gotten out of this ass wipe scenarios. This is an ongoing dilemma, I guess, with some people.
Yeah, no, I keep getting messages too, pro and con. But dude, I think that it is a nerve on how you're supposed to raise your kids and what is acceptable. But yeah, I think that there is something to be said about being a disciplinarian and your kids. I think what's most important is that the kids understand there's consequences for bad decisions. Man,
right.
You have to. I don't understand how you can't do that.
Yeah, I think have to is the word. Maybe I'm a dinosaur and I'm just stuck in my old ways and belief system. That if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I don't see where that method has ever been broken.
I think there's parents that go too far and don't think about what they're doing and just go off the cuff and don't. There has to be a consequence. There has to be the situation that deserves that and what level it deserves it. But that's I can't tell anybody what that is. I feel like I was able to navigate that. Some people may think that I should have been harder. Some people will think that I should have been more lenient. But I feel like I navigated what I needed to do for the personalities of my children. I think I hit it right in the middle, and I think I did all right.
And then there are some people who I think don't go far enough. But
I think that's true, though. I had a person that was in my life that I was involved with. He had kids. He was a little older than me. But he would let his kids do whatever they wanted. He would say that too. Well, my parents never let me do anything, so I'm letting my kids be who they are. I wanted them to say, hey, they need to be a little less than who they are. They need to understand. Right, they need to control a little bit of who they are. The kids.
Yeah, I think if I was allowed to be who I was, like I'd be in a different place, you know.
You know, I hate to, this. This is probably oversimplifying it, but you know, you could take a big piece of stone and you could say, let that stone be who it is, just this big piece of stone, or you can carve it and you can make masterpieces. You can make you know, beautiful sculptures. You have to cut away some parts. You have to mold it. You have to make it happen that way. It just doesn't. Stone just doesn't. You can't look at it and go, you know, there's a masterpiece inside there. I'm just going to leave it like this. You could see the masterpiece though, right? You envision it. No, sometimes you have to do things to help create that masterpiece. You have to build it, and you have to take some. You have to mold it. And so I think kids need molding. I'm going to go with it. I'm going to start calling it molding. You're not beating your kids. You're molding them.
Curtis Singleton, episode 567. Yo, ANA, I just got done listening to episode 567, and that led to an uncomfortable and unwanted journey with the Gerard Carmichael stuff. First, it was the Breakfast Club interview. I've never been so squeamish hearing the word boyfriend so much, and then all the details you guys went into about his show. I was in the car listening, and it had my face doing all kinds of gymnastics. I don't really know what that means, but it sounds funny.
It does.
So y'all for that experience. I can't wait to see you guys when you're back in Philly so I can have my revenge. Aries, I'll make sure I drop off gumbo chicken drums with the broken bones at the merch table. And Andy, I'll make sure I hit you with the you were funny too, LOL. Love the pod, fellas. Continue bringing that uncut and uncompromised product, Kurt.
Yeah, to do that, you're funny too. All you have to do is just tell Aries, hey man, you're the GOAT. I've been understanding. And then as you're ready to walk away, just look at me and go, oh yeah, you're funny too. And then just walk away. That's all you have to do. It's very simple.
Yeah, dude, I thank God you're joking on the broken chicken wing bone gumbo, because that would probably get you thrown away from the merch table, a la Jazzy Jeff from the Fresh Prince out the mansion.
But like I said on that Carmichael episode, dude, this is his journey. We don't all have to go on his journey. This is his journey. There's people that
and we're not.
Yeah, but there are some people that it is going to be helpful to see his journey and be part of that and feel included in the world. I'm just not. I don't. We don't go to everybody's party. We don't show up for everything. So yeah, that's his journey. It's on. When that pops up on your TV, you could go. You know, I wasn't invited to this party. I'm gonna go check out another station. There's nothing wrong with that.
And you know, to that note about probably helping some people, I'm sure that for the people that are also might be in the closet trying on different outfits, this allows them to come out and maybe, you know,
feel comfortable with
gives
that.
them some inspiration and be comfortable with it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it serves a purpose. It's not a purpose for me.
Exactly. You ice skate?
Do I ice skate?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Do you feel the need to ice skate?
No.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't even feel the need to roller skate no more.
Exactly.
Yeah. So my girl AB, sad face and congrats. Hi guys, I'm on the LIRR heading home after making use of the day with my sister. As I looked at the clock, I can't help but to feel disappointed that the scheduled show for tonight was canceled. On another note, congrats to you, Andy and Tara. I just wanted to send this message as a longtime supporter of the podcast. Happy Saturday, AB.
Thank you.
Thank you, baby. Unfortunately, we'll have to reschedule the date. Hopefully, if and when we do, your support will still be given. My apologies on that. But yeah, that is what it is.
Yeah, and thank you for wishing us well. We're very excited. Had a nice weekend with Tara this weekend. Very excited about. I did not know that I was going to be this excited about it, and I know that sounds I said that to her last night. She looked at me like side-eyed a little bit, like, you didn't think. I've been married. I thought I knew what the process was, but the thing, as I said to her, is I didn't know I was going to be this excited because I didn't realize that I'm not just getting married, I'm marrying you. And that made, yeah, then she understood why I was looking at it as I was getting married instead of looking at it who I was married. And now that we're getting closer, I realize what it is. And I said that, and I hope I hope that changed her opinion on what I was saying. So it was nice. It was a nice moment. I am excited about it. And my kids are going to be there. I get the other two most important people in my life are actually going to be at my wedding, and I'm having something made for them that says I was the best man at my dad's wedding, which I just think is the funny thing.
Brosy, I effed up. Yo, Aries, my apologies for up your character's name in my last email. I called Bobby Patterson Patrick from Boston. Lesson learned: don't watch SpongeBob while half sleeping, writing an email. What you doing watching SpongeBob? You a grown ass man.
SpongeBob is funny.
Oh, my bad. I'll accept my penance. You ever heard that word? Penance.
Penance.
Penance. That's how you say that. It sounds like some Javon Kirsch. You will accept your penance, you peasant. That being said, roasting is like civilized battle rap. You better not have a thin skin if you're participating. See Nick Cannon's wilding out. Keep growing the channel. Peace.
Thanks, man. You should. That should be his cousin. That should be Bobby Patterson's cousin now.
Oh, Patrick from Boston.
Patrick from Boston. It's Bobby Patterson's
Yeah,
cousin.
I would have to. Yeah, that's not actually a bad idea. I would just have to find the voice.
Yeah, a little bit different tone.
Yeah, a little bit different tone, but but somewhat similar. But the fucking Bobby Patterson kid. And I'm his fucking cousin Patrick bullshit. Yeah, I gotta find it, but there's something there.
Dude, those guys, I couldn't believe, when I was in Boston, I mean, I never really paid attention to it before. I've been in Boston many times. But when I heard those dudes actually talking like that, like I heard a conversation, I never heard like a conversation between like 6 of these guys, you know, the bigger guys with the muscles and stuff, and they were talking outside of the Wilbur, and they're talking, and they all sound like Bobby Patterson. And I was sitting there, and it was just so funny to me. Because not everybody talks like that, but those guys all talk like that. And I love that thing that you say. Where's the black dudes that talk like that? Why is that?
Yeah,
what is that?
That's been such a mystery to me. Because Patrice never talked like that, and Patrice was from Boston.
I thought he was from Philly.
No, Patrice was Boston, born and raised.
But didn't he used to come over from Philly with Kevin Hart to New York?
I mean, you know, between Philly, New York, and Boston, he made his rounds.
Okay,
but he's a Boston dude.
Okay,
he was a Boston guy.
Yeah, so it doesn't stick.
Yeah, for some reason.
He got washcloths, but not the voice.
Nick Fuente. What's up, Aries and Andy? Comedy is very subjective. Gerard Carmichael's funny, just not for me. First of all, putting somebody's crusty ass toe jam in your mouth isn't happening, nor am I going to allow another human being to suck my toes, let alone another man. Homeboy would have got kicked in the face. Imagine this. All new starring Gerard Toe Magnum Carmichael called Toe That Hole, Feet My Meat, and Hammer Time. I also agree that crowd work is an art. I guess that's what makes comedy so subjective. Some people think it's an art and other people blow toe. I hope to see you guys in Denver at Comedy Works south of the Improv sometime in the near future, Nick. I agree with you, Nick.
I think he should have. Nick should have added boy butter. Is it boy butter or dude?
Boy butter. No. Was it boy butter?
Dude butter, something like that. Some kind of butter.
Yeah. Now I'm curious as to what butter it was.
I ain't going back to watch it to find out though.
No, it ain't that serious. but boy butter sounds like it makes sense.
Yeah.
Richard J. Streaks. 568. Hello, boys. As a lad that lives in a house full of estrogen, I can confirm that women's underwear are far dirtier than men's. Women's underwear has a dual padded gusset to soak up that vaginal bleach and that anal butter juice. Both to me sound like condiments for the male mouth. I have never had a bad piece of unless it didn't have some vaginal bleach or some butter juice on it. My wife and daughters, I love them dearly. Faces of angels, but the asshole of a tramp. Richard J. I've heard that, man. I've always heard that about women, that it's this myth that they're just so much more cleanlier than us, when the truth has always been they can be a little bit more dirty than us.
Dude, I worked in the bar business for a long time, and the men's rooms are usually, I mean, there's pee on the floor. I mean, men aren't very careful with the way that they're peeing, but women, that room is
Never have been.
That room is more disgusting at the end of a night. Women will up that room. They're dirty, and
They're dirty.
They're dirty. And when I was in college, I did go over to this girl's house one night, and dude, it was everything was laid out. We were right. It was my buddy and these two girls, and we went back over to their apartment. And when I got into this apartment, and I saw the apartment, and it was so disgusting. And there was dog shit on the floor, like puppy on the floor. There's the dishes, and the dishes are all over, and just gross in the kitchen, and these dirty clothes everywhere. And then I went into the bathroom, and there was these underwear on the floor, and they were just nasty, dude. They had like just marks and just, and I remember coming out of the bathroom, and I said to everybody, man, I don't feel good. I got to go home. My boy looked at me like I was crazy, and he had a great night. He told me the next day he had a great night. It just grossed me out.
How can you have a great night with dog shit on the floor?
Because he was probably both of them, but I left.
Oh,
I
dude,
didn't.
the values of some.
It was that nasty to me, and again, that's when I should have known that not all women deserve the pedestal, but this was beyond. This was probably the nastiest I've ever seen though in my life. I got to be really honest. And when I saw
not all women deserve the pedestal when you go into a house and the pet has stool
everywhere
on the floor.
But when I saw that underwear on the floor, and I just saw, I think they had a hole in it too, and it was just nasty. And I thought that has to reflect a little bit, doesn't it?
I would think.
That's what I'm going to get into right there. And I was like, I can't do this. That's not what I want to do. I left.
Yeah, I guess that depends on what kind of dirty you're into.
Yeah, no, that was too dirty for me, man.
Yeah, that's a deal breaker for me too. God damn. That's
So,
disgusting.
some guys are going to say, dude, there's not, no, I couldn't do it. And I know there's guys out there that looked at me like, I will say that I'm crazy for turning it down. And the girls were good looking girls. They're young. I mean,
Yeah.
I was young. I was probably 18, 19. Nah, I couldn't do it.
Oh. Okay. Deron Ross. Would it be great if Michael Jordan did a roast? I know he wouldn't, but damn, that would be epic. No, he wouldn't.
He would.
Absolutely not. Kevin Hart tells this story about how he did an event in Vegas that I guess Michael Jordan was responsible for. And when he had made fun of Michael Jordan's Hitler mustache and the fact that he wore his pants way too high, I don't know if Kevin is exaggerating on this part, but he says basically Michael wasn't thrilled, and he went as far as to have him removed from the hotel he was staying in. Now, I don't know if that part is really true, but seeming in terms of Michael's personality, from what I've heard, and even was it Jay Moore? I forget. I think Jay Moore also tells the story. He did a commercial or something where he worked with Mike, and this was at the time Mike had the Hitler mustache, and somebody said something, and Mike didn't take too kindly to it. Yeah, I don't think he has that type of personality, man.
No, I don't think he
You know?
does. I don't think he does at all.
Yeah.
Now,
And you know what's funny is later we read reports where Tom Brady said he regrets doing the roast.
he said it was hard on his kids. I don't know that he regrets it, but he said it was hard on his kids. Why are you letting your kids watch that kind of roast, though? I don't know either.
White kids can do whatever they want.
You know who would be a fun person to watch roast, and I think would be cool with it, is Phil Jackson.
I don't think he would either.
No, I think he can.
You know who would be? No, I don't see Phil. I don't.
I think he could handle it, man.
You think so?
Yeah, but I don't know if there's that much to roast about him.
You know who would be a great person to roast?
Who?
Charles Barkley.
Yes.
And he would totally be okay with it.
I would love to hear him go after everybody afterwards, and half of it you wouldn't even understand. You know.
Man, I'll tell you, he says he does that a lot too when he tells a story.
Gets excited.
He says, and then he says, yeah, he does that a lot.
Because he gets excited and he goes into that cadence is hysterical, man.
Yeah.
Shaq would be great. Did Shaq do a roast?
Shaq would be, of course. Come on, man. Shaq was what roast was that? I think he was at he did the Justin Bieber roast.
Okay, yeah, I knew he was on it, but he's never been roasted though, right?
No, I don't think he's ever been roasted. Yeah. Joking. The goo is missing something. Guten Abend, gents. I guess that's German. Guten Abend. Aries, when you say that you give homosexuals a pass, but not transsexuals, I still challenge the homosexuals before giving them a pass. Is homosexuality somewhat a myth? Are homos more on a bisexual spectrum? Is anybody truly 100% unattracted by the opposite gender? As you pointed out, lesbians play with dildos, proving their natural appetite to moan from Toblerone. Moan from Toblerone. All right. Just get the right candy, man. That caters for her taste, and we could put that to bed.
It was Toblerone.
With homo... Huh?
It was Toblerone. That's a candy bar.
Okay. I never heard of that. With homo dudes, I find it challenging to believe that they're physically attracted to other dudes. Humans tend to act as what they love and admire, and homos act feminine with sheer aplomb. Using words on me. A-P-L-O-M-B. Aplomb? You heard of that?
Let's get Bill Maher in here.
That's funny. Which leads me to deduce that in actuality, homo males, dude, with these words you using, I think you homo. these some homo-like vocabulary. Where did I leave off? Which leads me to deduce that in actuality, homo male love women. When homo males act feminine, is it the femininity, what they become attracted to in each other? If I'm on to something here, I have suspicions as to why males seek femininity within other females. But I shan't grab on any longer. Yeah, dude, you got one more word to throw at me like this, and I'm going to think you're a wrist flicker. P.S. Aries, I don't deny that you've got game, but it sure as hell fluctuates. On your Breakfast Club interview, when you tried to compliment the queenly majesticity of Jess' beauty by saying she has gorgeous lips, you couldn't even say she is gorgeous from the neck up. You had to reduce the compliment to just her sexy lips, suggesting that she's only useful for slobbering on Toblerone. Well, that's your assumption. Don't assume what I meant within my compliment. And let's just say, for the sake of argument, some women just have a sexy feature. That don't mean the whole face is beautiful. They have a sexy feature. I personally think her lips are gorgeous. Do I like her eyes? Do I like her nose? Not particularly, but her lips stood out to me. Nigga, don't tell me about how my game is. I'm nice with it. I know exactly what I'm doing when I paint my 16th Chapel. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, he's way off though. He's thinking without thinking. He's thinking about a specific, because I'll tell you this that I know that I've heard. I don't know for a fact, but this is what I was told. There is a lot of homosexuality in the bodybuilding industry, because men who bodybuild become physically attracted to that Adonis body kind of, and that's what they become attracted to, and that's what they like. So there is a lot of that in again, this is what I was told. I haven't done the studies or the research, but if that's what you like, you're going to fall for that. Yes, there are some men that are effeminate, so and I understand what the point you're trying to make, but there are men that are gay that are really into men, like the idea of what is not feminine to the manly macho part of it. So yeah, you're off on your thought process. You need to realize that not all people that are gay are effeminate. There are very macho men that are gay as well. So you're off.
Yeah, I shan't accept this from you. Yeah, brother, your Choco's not smooth. In that moment, your catchphrase was as rough as a lion bar. Bumpy and stale lion chocolate bar equal weak pickup bars, double metaphor. And so, yeah, don't tell me what I meant. I know exactly what I meant.
No, I think
she's got very sexy lips. I like the outline of them. I like how plump they were. I like how they stood out. Past that, the rest of her doesn't do it for me. So I knew exactly what I said, and I meant it the way I said it.
I don't think that's even important to say you meant it the way that you said it. Is because of this. I think it's if you're going to give a compliment to a woman, the idea that you're like, oh, you're so beautiful is so generic. You're beautiful, okay? So women hear that, but when you're specific, and they know that you notice something. I mean, women work hard on a lot of things, and when you notice those things, I think that shows that you didn't just go generically, oh, you're beautiful, or you're very attractive, or to say you have. If someone, think about it, if someone said you have gorgeous lips, it doesn't mean that you're just, it means that those stood out so much and you put so much effort into it. I know that as I've been working out and trying to get better, when someone says, oh man, you got, somebody said to me recently, your arms look really good. They didn't tell me that I look good. I didn't care about that. I've been putting effort in, and they noticed something that looked good. Thank you. That's a compliment. If someone just said you look good, I would be thinking that they're full of shit. My arms do look better, so thank you. That I agree with you 100%. To say you got gorgeous lips, that meant you really put. They're not divine.
I put the emphasis on where I felt it belonged.
Exactly, because it was beautiful to you. So that's great. That's great. And it's not like it's not like you said, hey, I mean, lips are sensual, so that's part of it too. But when someone says, if someone, you looked at a girl and you go, you have beautiful eyes. Women like to know that they're not being defined by. I think that they like the idea that you've noticed something particular about them, not just a generic statement. I think
they get generic all day, every day.
Exactly.
They don't get specific.
Yeah, I agree with that. But it's ladies. What do you think? Are we wrong?
Yeah. I'm putting the click signal in the air. So if it looks like a clam with a really thick tongue, that's what that is. Brian Hormsby. Let me just take a second to fix this fucking thing. Come on, you cocksucker. Oh, hold on. My tripod.
It looks like there's an earthquake going on in L.A. with.
Yeah. Brian Hormsby. Hey, Aries and Andy, I wanted to reach out to you because I rewatched episode 378 with Pastor William Charles. Have you ever asked God directly and genuinely through prayer to answer your questions about his existence? Jesus is the source. He speaks truth, wisdom, and helps me understand the patterns of this world through his scripture and my personal life as a born-again Christian. It's worth a try. God is not ungrateful. Cry out to him and he will answer you. Maybe through a dream, vision, social media, video, or however he chooses to reveal himself. Love from West Palm Beach, Florida, Jeremiah 33:3.
You gonna comment on it?
You know, again, my question, when you say, cry out to him and he will answer you, to the people on 9/11 that were crying out to him in those buildings, please help me, Lord, I don't want to die like this, and they died anyway, what was the answer he gave them? What did he do in that moment? And I'm sorry to be so dramatic, but I have to go there because you're telling me this as though this is it. This is all you got to do. This is the formula. It said so in the book. This is what it is. But if that's the case, then why doesn't that work for everyone when you need it? If it's worked for you in an isolated incident, then you can only speak for you. But again, it feels like you're saying to me, here is the answer. And I can look to you and go, there's a hole in your cheese. You know what I mean?
See,
that's the mystery to me.
I look at it differently than you do.
Of course you do.
No,
of course you do.
Why do you say, of course I do? First answer that.
Because you always have when it comes to this.
Yeah. But here's the thing that I look to what he just said. Have you ever asked God to reveal himself to you? You know, I don't think that's, I don't think that we can ask that. Because I'll explain it. You said he will reveal himself in a dream, or that's how you revealed himself, God, to you. That's how you did it. Because even in your statement in social media, so people didn't get to see God before social media, or the dream I get, and I get what you're trying to say, but God revealed himself to the fact that when we think about what nothingness is, nothing comes from nothing. So the fact that there is something, that there is this world, that we do see what we see, that's the only reveal God needs to give you. You fill in the blanks where you need to for yourself. I believe that there is something way bigger than us because this doesn't exist without something bigger than us. To me, that's it. That's as simple as it is. It doesn't mean, if you want to believe that it's a computer empire and it's big, but it's still bigger than us. I believe that it is an entity that is much bigger and it created this. So when I don't need the idea that God needs to reveal himself to you is not the faith that it's not from the faith that I believe. I believe it's very obvious. Now, when you say at that moment, God can't control, God gave us free will. So if these things happen, they happen. I have to believe that what happens next is is more to the next level of why I believe in God, to what is going to happen to me next, why if we don't believe in an entity or a next level of life, if everyone was atheist, I don't think there would be any rules. Why would you care about rules? Why would you care about what you did to someone else? And I still believe that if you want God to reveal himself to you, you have to, I don't think it's about your want. It's about when that weird thing happens, when you're about ready to step off of a curb and you don't, and then a car goes by or something weird happens and you feel that thing in your neck where you know that something stopped you from doing something. These are the things that I think you look for. But to tell God to reveal himself to you, if you don't see that it's already there, I don't know how you're going to see it. Aside from a burning bush that speaks to you so that you can make some commandments, I don't know how it reveals itself to you. I think you're sometimes I think we try too hard to find it. Some social media, God has his own social media department putting out videos for you. I understand what you're saying. I just think it's ridiculous to ask God to show himself to you. You show yourself to God.
If a burning bush is talking to you, that means you need to go get some antibiotics.
The burn. It's funny that they say a burning bush because the bush didn't burn. That's how we know. That's the interpretation of why that just God speaking to you. The bush never burned. It just revealed itself to speak to you so that you can do this. Anyway, I don't want to get into this whole that. I don't want to get that deep. I just think that as people, we know there's an existence beyond us. I don't even care. Bill Maher says he's a devout atheist,
but we don't know. We don't know.
We don't know. But the acceptance that I have that I didn't create this, and I know no one in my species could have created this, something did it. And for me to believe that it came out of, even if we came out of the water, where'd the water come from in the first place? Where did the earth come from? How did this come about? It's beyond me. So I have to think there's something else out there that created this. I don't know what it is.
Last one. Quader Coven. Movie titles. What's good, Aries and Andy? I haven't written an email in a minute as I've been grinding trying to make the bread. Anyhow, I still listen to all the new episodes. I hope no one has used the one yet. I guess this is his one title. Bone Alone, starring Macaulay Culkin. Thanks for reading and continue the good work. Salute. You're smiling.
I like Bone Alone. That's funny. I would have made a name because afterwards, like Macaulay be or something like that. Because
right.
That's Bone Alone.
Macaulay, something like that.
Macaulay Gherkin.
Macaulay. Yeah, maybe if you say it fast enough. It's got the right syllables.
Yeah.
Culkin, Macaulay Culkin. Was it Culkin? Macaulay Culkin?
Culkin.
Culkin. No, it's whatever it is. It's 2 syllables. 2 syllables, the last name.
Macaulay be.
I think that's it.
That's it?
Yeah, I think so. Where are we at?
We're at 45.
Are we at 45?
Yeah.
20. No, wait, we said 9:39.
We ended the last one at 1:30, and I'm looking at it. We're at 2:12.
1:30. So we got how much time left we got?
10 minutes. 10, 15
10 minutes? All right.
10, 15 minutes.
10, 15 minutes. Okay.
I got someone who hit me up about, and I'm sure you saw it. It's that long email about the DC or the Marvel Universe. I don't have it.
Yeah, I think that's this dude. What's his name?
I don't even know his name. I know that on Instagram it's Hoffa, but I don't know what is.
Yeah, it's that guy. Listen, Hoffa, I love you, bro, and I know you've been hitting me up on Instagram, somewhat frustrated that I haven't been reading your emails, dude. You have got to shorten these. Your emails, dude, are biblically long. I mean, like, dude, even Dewan Curse has shortened this shit up. These shits is long, brother. That one that Andy's talking about the Marvel shit, that is so long, it's beyond ridiculous.
When there's chapters in it, you have to send us a chapter at a time. Why don't you break it down into chapters and send us?
So it's not that I don't want to read it, and I know well I don't want to read it, but it's not that I want to make you feel a certain type of way. But dude, you got to shorten that. That's crazy. That is as long as jazz music. Come on, B. Nick Puente, my first paid performance. What's up, Aries and Andy? I have my very first paid performance this weekend. I'm at the casino in Black Hawk, Colorado. This is the longest eye time I've had on stage. $10, a lot of money. I've done as long as 30 minutes on stage multiple times a night at different open mics in my area. I have my first hour set this weekend. If you guys have any advice for me, it would be greatly appreciated. What open mics are you doing where you doing 30 minutes?
Yeah, that's a long.
That's for an open micer.
Yeah, we used to have a show that we did in Phoenix where there'd be like 6 guys, and then the last guy would get 20 minutes just so that they could that open mic was built, and it wasn't an open mic, it was an invited show. But that was to help you build up enough material to hold an audience for 20 minutes. I never heard of an open mic with 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Good if you can get it though. I mean, whatever it takes to get it. But you're doing an hour. How did you do on the 30? Did you keep everybody's attention for all 30 minutes?
You think he's telling us the truth?
His truth.
Okay, well then that could be not the truth.
Yeah, but did you hold an audience for 30 minutes? Because if you were Mirandering in the 30 minutes, your hour is going to be a lot of Mirandering. But you got to do it. There's not you don't turn it down. Go do it. See what it has.
Yeah, I mean, congratulations.
Record it. That's the advice I'd give you. Record it and take a look at it and be honest with yourself.
Robert Vaughters. Peace King. Big fan. Big fan. I saw you at the Connecticut Funny Bone recently. No issues this time around. I have emailed in the past and failed both times for trying to be funny on different topics, leaving it to the professionals now. Okay, last week you spoke about the wackest instrument that will not get a man any box. Here's his top. Here's his top 3 instruments that will not get a man no. Number 3, the bagpipes. Agree or disagree?
Well, I think I don't think you're going to get a lot of here, but if you were in Ireland, you might be knocking shit out. I think you have to blow pretty hard in that thing. I think somebody might want your expertise.
I disagree. I think when a woman sees what you can do with them pipes between your mouth and your fingers,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
She will hope that she could be your bagpipe. Number 2, the banjo.
Dude,
what do you think?
That's that.
I agree.
See, the way you manipulate your fingers to play the banjo. Now, the banjo gets a bad rap because when you think of the banjo, immediately, what's the first thing you think of?
Like country hick, like ding, 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 ding.
That sound you made is the movie Deliverance.
Right.
And so you're thinking about Ned Beatty being told he's squealing like a pig. That's the first thing you think about a banjo. Banjo's a pretty cool instrument, though. But no, I think
lot of niggas been chased to the sound of a banjo.
But there's black dudes that play the banjo. So, come on.
Not willingly.
I don't think that it's on the list of.
I'm joking. Listen, it's the blues. Banjo is part of the blues.
Yeah.
So yes, there are a lot of black guys.
I think anybody who's playing music in front of a crowd is getting it. Music moves people in a different way.
Well, I don't know. This one I'm gonna have to agree with him 100%. You ready?
Yeah.
Spoons.
Yeah, man.
What woman is turned on to you playing spoons on your thigh?
Now, that's a whole. Well, think about the people who go in to see people playing spoons. That's a whole different subsect of people.
The only kind of women that I think would be turned on by a nigga playing spoons to want to give him some. The bitches from Mississippi.
I was just thinking about all the instruments that it's all work instruments. I don't think anybody gets excited about that. The thing for washing, that
right,
that thing you are supposed to rub the clothes on, and people play that.
Right.
If I was a woman and from that time period, especially where I'm doing that to clean clothes, I don't want to watch you play it. That's what I do for work. The spoons, kitchen work. All that shit just sounds like work. So I'm going to go with that. I'm going to agree with him on those things. Those things aren't, they're not sexy instruments. Come on. Those are kitchen appliances.
Speaking of which, it takes me back now to what we were discussing yesterday about Steve Martin. I love that moment when Steve Martin and Martin Short were sitting across from each other on a table, going over the comedy beats for the show.
Yeah.
And Martin had said something to him about, I wish I would have played an instrument when I knew you were playing instruments, because then we could have played together. And Steve Martin goes, what was your, she goes, well, it's too late for me to do it now, Martin Short says. And he goes, well, what was your love, your instrumental love that you would have loved to have played. And with great comedic timing and just perfect response, Martin goes, the jug.
The jug, yeah.
Because Steve played the banjo.
Yeah.
So it was just, that was great.
Going back to the banjo, though, Bella Fleck, who's more jazz, but banjo, he gets ass. He got ass. He had to get ass in his day.
Off the banjo?
Off the banjo. That's his instrument, Bella Fleck, man. It's awesome. I actually was playing it yesterday in the house. Tara's not a fan, but I listen to it.
He ends by saying, thanks for letting fans be a part of the Botias in the Italian voice. Peace and blessings, Swerve. That is it, man.
That's it. That's a show. You want me to give out the dates?
It. Please.
Dates. Again, as we just spoke about, you're listening to this. This is the Thursday episode. The next day, Friday, the 24th, we're at the Funny Bone in Richmond, Virginia. The 24th through the 26th. Following week, Off the Hook Comedy Club in Naples, Florida. That's May 30th through June 2nd. Pittsburgh Improv, June 7th through the 9th. We're going to be at Pittsburgh Improv. You want to go back to see the Andy Warhol Museum?
No.
June 13th through the 16th, we're going to be at Cap City in Austin, Texas. We're probably going to be there the day early on the 12th. If you guys see us running around, that's us. We're just looking for, we're looking at your scene, man. We respect it. The 22nd, Aries is in Georgia doing a show out there. I will not be there. I'm getting married on the 22nd of June. If you want to send any gifts, no, I'm just kidding, man. We didn't even do gifts. So, yeah, we should have done gifts, man. I don't know why I didn't. Helium, Richmond Heights, Missouri, June 27th. Is it? Yeah, the 27th through the 30th. And then we're going to be, might as well promo that date again. Well, let me promo Cobb's. We'll be at Cobb's in San Francisco, July 18th through the 21st. But just added to our schedule. I don't even know if it's, let me do Mic Drop too. Mic Drop, August 8th through the 10th. We're going to be at Mic Drop in San Diego. And then that following week, just added to the schedule, Stand Up Live, August 22nd to the 23rd. And then we're headed down to Tucson to the Rialto Theater to do a show down there. First time Aries is in Tucson. I was born in Tucson. My first show was at TMC Medical Center, where I was slapped on the ass and I said, wah.
You said wah?
Wah!
You didn't go, why?
Why? Why would you slap me in the ass? Yeah, that I should.
What are we calling this one, you know?
Why? No.
Oh, hey,
No.
I'm not mad at it, but
what should we call this one? What? Come on, man. There's something in there that we said that we have to really be part of. What was it?
I don't remember. I'll let that great Jew brain of yours.
I want to go call
to
it Hoffa next time, but let's say
that's not bad.
Yeah, I just don't want anybody to be upset that I put their name on it and then cause a whole fucking.
That nobody's gonna. That's Culture's just on his.
Hoffa next time. All right.
I will call you in about 7 minutes.
Yeah, we'll get this done.
All right, brother.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed the shows. Next week, please come and see us at what would we say? Where are we going to be again this next week?
Richmond,
Virginia, man. Have we been there only one other time? Have we been there a bunch of times?
I think I've been there once since they remodeled.
Yeah, and I've been there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I remember us having a good time out there, so I'm excited about this. So come on out, get them tickets. Let's be seen. We want to hang out with you guys. All right.
All right, brother.
All right.
Catch you soon.
Spears and Steinberg.
Thanks for listening to the Spears and Steinberg podcast. If you'd like to know who's responsible for this, It was hosted by Ari Spears and Andy Steinberg, produced by Steve Merrick and Anthony Holmes, executive producer Big Papa Robert Kelly and Matt Kleinschmidt for the Laugh Button Podcast. For more information on where to find us on the internet, visit SpearsburgPod.com.